Hello everybody, how are you? This is just a demonstration on how you can use the Google Slides to create your responses. Do have a go, see how you go. In your packet of working, there are some videos I'd like you to watch on the Renaissance, the Mona Lisa and Leonardo da Vinci. There are some reading notes I'd like you to go through, and I'd like you to pay particular attention to the areas that are highlighted in yellow. There is also a series of questions, so you'll need to click on the file to open them. Just be patient, it may take a minute depending on your internet speed. So you'll see we have questions. The first one's describe in detail what the painting depicts, and I'd like you to at least do 8 sentences for that question. Describe 2 main elements that make the portrait appear realistic. What effects does perspective have on space in a painting? List and describe 2 special painting techniques used by Leonardo da Vinci. So all of that information is in your reading material. There's another task where you have to decode these words. So on slide, or if you're working on paper, you need to decode those and write out the definition. And then there's a final task on this sheet where you have to identify these particular areas of a one-point perspective drawing. Right, if we go back to our classwork folder, I'm going to get you to open up a Google Slide by clicking the icon at the top with the dots and then Google Slide. Just be patient while it opens and then click on blank slide. Fantastic. Now you'll find that it comes with a pre-prepared heading box, which is a text box. So you can click on that. Once it's loaded, you will be able to type in your heading. So just highlight with your mouse cursor and type in the Mona Lisa. Fantastic. In the text box below, if you can write your name. Fantastic. And I'd also like you to include an image on that first slide. So you can use an internet search to find an image of the Mona Lisa. Open that image, click right mouse, click copy, click open your slide, and then click paste. Fantastic. That's a bit large, so I'll just make it smaller by using my little points on the corner. Great. Now, to make a new slide for your responses, click New Slide. I'm going to remove that pre-prepared text box at the top by activating it and just pressing Delete. I'm moving that text box up, and my first question is 1. Describe in detail what the painting depicts. So you will type your response here. You need to include at least 8 sentences in this response for question 1. Make sure you use your punctuation, capital letters, full stops, and not really long sentences. Reread what you have written and check is a good measure. And then go on to question 2, 3, and 4. You will need 2 slides to complete that part of the question task. To develop your terms, I'll get you to make a new slide again. Click. I'll just remove that first title box, and if you can just type in and decode the terms that are on the sheet as question 5. The first one is realistic. And I would like you to type out the definition. The last question on the sheet involves identifying features of one-point perspective on an artwork example. So we'll open up a new slide again. Delete the pre-prepared text boxes. Great. we're going to collect the image of our working packet. So go back to your working packet, open up that image I've loaded, right mouse click, copy, and then to your slide and go edit paste. Awesome. So I'm going to minimize that because I'd also like you to label these areas as well. So we're going to put the first identifiable task is to indicate the vanishing point with an X. So we can use a text box. You can simply place your X. You may wish to indicate it with a color so it can stand out. And then you can move and position it where the vanishing point is in that perspective drawing. Yay! Might just require a little bit of adjustment. You're also asked to outline some areas. So one of them was to outline the largest image closest to you. So you might like to use your scribble line for this function. And I can simply outline that figure there to make it stand out. I can select a color and even make the line heavier so I can easily see it. Now, I would also like you to label each of these. So, for example, this one would be largest, closest image. Oops, forgot that. And then with the arrow, I can simply point to what I have labeled. Great. Now, to save with your teacher and to save onto your Google Drive, it will be saved automatically, but we'll go through the procedure. So if we click share, you'll have to put in the title, which is the Mona Lisa, so that should pick up because you've titled it at the beginning of the presentation. Select save, type in your teacher's email, awesome. Now it's come up with a capital letter there, so I'll just have to remove that. And then select send. Great. Now that's sent to your teacher so they can have a look at your work and give you some feedback. And it will be saved on your Google Drive. So if you go back to your Google Drive, you will find that that work can be collected and you can continue working on that task by collecting it from that folder. Now, once you have clicked send, you can pick up that work next lesson because it will take you 2 lessons to complete. If you go into the My Google App folder and select Drive, it will open up and you'll find that slideshow that you've just been working on will be there saved, and you can reopen and you can continue working on that work and you can continue sharing it with your teacher to get that feedback. So I'll just open it and you can have a look that we were just working on that slide a few moments ago. Be patient if it does take a while to open. Sometimes there is a lag, other times it opens very quickly. Here we go. Great, so you can click on any of those slides and you can go back and you can continue responding to the questions you've been asked to work on. Now don't forget to share with your teacher And don't forget that you can always go back and continue making progress on your work each time. Okay, look forward to seeing you soon, and that's all for now.